right, section 5.4, working with integrals. We're going to start talking about some of the properties with fundamental theorem of calculus, and we're going to start talking about even and odd functions. All right, so here we can see we have a function. This would be called even. Okay, it's symmetric about the y-axis, and the area on the left side of the graph is equal to the area of the right. And so if we're integrating from some negative to the positive value, we'll just get double the integral from 0 to the positive value. If we were integrating an odd function, you can see the area above is equal to the area below on the opposite side. That integral from some negative to the positive of that same value will be equal to 0. And you kind of see that symmetry there. And so it's kind of showing you some examples using integration, plugging them in, some with trig functions. So just depending on if the function is even or odd, we can kind of already know either to double the positive area or it will be 0. So we have an average value function, so we'll find the average, okay, and use this to find average value of a function. So here's that average value of an integrable function f on interval AB is denoted f bar, and that is 1 over the distance of that interval, and then it is integrated from A to B f of x. So we can just integrate it, plug in our limits, and then just divide it by that range, if you will. And that'll give us our average function. So again, it's kind of like finding base times height, and it's kind of showing you net area of a rectangle. Here, just a little illustration. All right, so here's an application of that average value function. And then we have a mean theorem for integrals. And so here's that mean value theorem for integrals. It says f is a continuous function on AB. There exists a point C in the interval AB such that f of C is equal to the average. So there is some point in there that is equal to the average of that function given by this property. And then here is some of the proof similar to our mean value theorem. And then we get some applications and examples of average value function and the mean value theorem. So with that, we're going to jump into my math lab and solve some problems and work some examples.